Jeff Kahn, General Manager at Kunes Auto Group here in Quincy, Illinois, getting ready for another Kunes Car Convo. Today we'll be driving around with Kristen and Lindsay from the YMCA of Quincy, and we will be driving in a new 24 Hyundai Santa Fe Limited. Hey, this is Jeff Kahn from Kunes Auto Group in Quincy, bringing you another edition of Kunes Car Convo. Today we have Lindsay and Kristen with us from the YMCA of Quincy. We're sitting outside the Y right now. So we're going to get started today. We're driving in a brand new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe Limited, and Lindsay absolutely loves the color on the outside. So she's excited to take the drive today. So we'll get started here. And so ladies, tell me, we'll start with Lindsay. Lindsay, introduce yourself to the Kunes family and tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. I am Lindsay Miller, and I work part-time at the YMCA, and I also volunteer there. And I work full-time at Chaddock Foster and Adoption, licensing foster care homes. I am married to Andy Miller, and we have a 16-year-old and a 9-year-old, both girls.
Nice. And Kristen, how about you?
I'm Kristen Lay. I am the Marketing and Development Director at the YMCA. I have been there full-time this will be my 9th year. I am married and have 3 young kids, and we live in Mobile, Missouri.
Oh, nice. Across the river. Very nice.
Yeah.
So, a little bit about the Y. Tell us what brought you to the YMCA? What was it about the YMCA that you thought would be a good career?
I'll go first. I was in college at Quincy University, and I started as a summertime position working for the summer camp. And then that kind of went into helping out with the nursery, the front desk, and I've kind of worked all over in the Y, except for I do not personal train, so do not ask me to do that.
Okay.
So I have just been with the Y, so that was 2008 is when I started my career there. I've been full-time and part-time. Like I said, I work at Chaddock too, so I kind of went back and forth with full-time and part-time. I've been at both places since college.
Nice. How about you, Kristen?
We kind of have similar stories, and maybe it's just, all nonprofit and Y world. You start as a part-time employee. I started with summer camp as well. I actually did my internship in 2013, and they haven't gotten rid of me yet. So I have done summer camp, after school, front desk, nursery, kids fit zone, everything that you can think of. Group fitness. I taught a group fitness class once. You just do everything. But like Lindsay, I've never personal trained, so don't ask me to do anything in
Great
category.
No worries. I know you guys have got a great program for personal training there, so we will, maybe next time we'll grab some of those folks and we'll get them on board. But interesting, fun fact about me is my first job was also at a YMCA. So I started as a lifeguard when I was about 15, 16 years old in the YMCA down in Hannibal. And my family actually got started at the YMCA. My mom and dad actually both met at the YMCA in Hannibal when they were in high school, and that's where they kind of started their relationship, so to speak. So I've got a lot of history with the YMCA, so it's great to be a part of that today. So tell us a little bit about some of the programs. What are some of the things that the YMCA does currently for the Quincy market and the surrounding area?
Yeah, so, you think of the Y and the basic things come to mind. So we have our after-school program. We have our summer camp program, which is obviously childcare. For after school, we pick up the kids from school and we bring them back to the Y. We feed them a snack. They get homework help, and obviously we have an activity for them to do. And then for summer camp, we have them from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So our main goal is for everyone to leave very tired, and we achieve that goal almost every day. So we go swimming, bowling, gymnastics center. We try to keep them as busy as possible. So those are kind of our basic programs. And then, of course, we have youth sports. So youth basketball is our biggest sport right now. We have over 300 kids playing our basketball program, which keeps us very busy. And then we have youth volleyball, youth football, and then youth baseball, which is going on right now. Nice. So those are obviously our basic programs. But we also have, like we've already talked about, we have personal training. We have a very extensive group exercise schedule. So, and what is very special to the Y is the Quincy Y. Right now, every class is free to our members. So if you have a membership to the YMCA, you do get all of those classes for free. And we have some special day classes that we just moved into that category. So our boot camp and our high fitness classes used to be paid classes, and we've made those free to our members. Other things that, we always have something going on at the Y. We have a lot of special events, just gearing up for summer camp right now. And then we did just kick off our annual campaign last night as well. So that was very exciting. So our annual campaign, the basis is we just try to raise money so we can subsidize our program. So if we had to charge the amount of money that it actually takes us to, cover all of our summer camp cost, we would have to charge too much for anyone to actually afford. So this just helps us subsidize the programs that we do have and be able to offer them at an affordable rate.
Nice. I know one of the other nice benefits of being a member of the Y is when you do travel, I think most YMCAs have reciprocation type of benefits nationwide. So I think that's a really nice benefit. I don't think people realize that sometimes when they join that they have that perk to go to another YMCA across the country. So
I can tell you I did not expect it to be a big deal. As Lindsay and I probably remember, we were there when that first got launched, and we're like, no one's going to use this. But it really is a big deal. The amount of people even that come to the Quincy Y from other YMCAs, it's crazy. And I think, it's a way bigger perk than we ever thought it was going to be.
Right. I drive by there quite frequently on Main Street where you guys are located, and the parking lot has that ebb and flow. It's constantly, you've got your morning workout people, your afternoon, your squad, and you've got your night owls that work the late shift and come in to work, the different schedules. So it's nice that you're open the hours that you already facilitate that. So
we also have our coffee drinkers in the morning.
If anyone wants a nice conversation, just come around 8:30. You get some free coffee. You get to solve the world's problems and all of that.
We have our free coffee drinkers at the dealership as well, so I can relate. So very nice. So Lindsay, tell us a little bit about some of the programs that you're most actively a part of. So
I like I said, I'm just part-time at the front desk, but I do help with other programs. One of the things that my husband and I actually kind of put together 5 years ago is an event that's coming up. It is the golf tournament.
Sure.
So it's coming up on June 14th. And what we decided to do that because during COVID 2020, we couldn't do any events except for golf because it was outside.
Right.
So we started it and went really well. It was so fun. We usually have at least 18 teams, give or take, the last 4 years. This year we've got, I think, 15 already signed up. So we still have another month of signups. So this tournament, basically, it's called For the Kids. I did not come up with that. I Googled it. But it's, for, golf the kids, and the money that is raised for that goes back into our programs where, our scholarship program, where if there's a child in the community that cannot afford to do a summer camp or anything like that, we cover 50% of the cost or the full cost depending on what the circumstances are. And then we do that as well for some memberships. So it's a need in the community, and this event is really so fun. We do have a lot of community support. We have whole sponsors. And then, of course, you guys are the biggest sponsor.
Got a perfect timing. We're actually coming up on Westview Golf Course here, right along the road. Yes, we're very proud to be a part of the sponsorship of the event, and I think we've also provided for the kids some backpack, little smaller backpack type things for carry bags that I think are going to be full of some goodies for them as well. So thank you and your team for
there is a
asking us to be a car. Yes, we'll have a vehicle out there. Absolutely. So
it's a hole-in-one.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a great day. I believe that's sometime in June. Is it?
Yeah, June 14th.
June 14th. So
it's a Friday. Registration is still open, so you can register for that program. Beyond that, I also am included. Last night I went to the annual campaign kickoff. So we're, like I said, just raising money for the Y to continue to do the programs and have the programs that we offer for the community.
Good.
Yeah.
So what would be one of the most rewarding parts of what you do at the YMCA? I know sometimes working for, nonprofit organizations goes beyond a paycheck, which we all go to work for, so to speak, but there are those added benefits that we have in life. So what would be the number one or number 2, 3, 4, however, what they would be?
For me, it's the relationships.
Okay.
The relationships that I've built there, I mean, I have know people solely from the Y, but then I see them out in the community and they know me as Lindsay from the Y. And,
Okay.
they ask me or they say, hi, how's it going? Or when do you work again? And I've made so many relationships through the YMCA and through coworkers, through members, through sports participants, summer camp kids, and even watching those kids grow up. Oh my gosh, whenever I see some of them that I started working with, 10, 12 years ago, I'm going, no, that's not him. That's not her. Like that's insane. I'm very blessed to be able to have those relationships for that long.
It's interesting you say that. I had a young lady come into the dealership. It's been maybe 2 months ago, and she recognized me, and I didn't recognize her. And we got to talking. She goes, "You were my basketball coach when I was at the Y when I was 6." And I'm thinking that's got to be like 30, 40 years ago. I'm thinking I probably did that when I was 15 or 16 years old. So
Wow.
it's funny how relationships stick around and they remember us. And cool story. So very nice. So what about you, Kristen?
She stole mine.
Okay.
No, I think just, the relationships that you build, to mimic kind of what she was saying. We have an employee right now that started summer camp when I started my internship. And at this point right now, he's now an employee of ours.
Okay.
So now he's coming back to be a counselor. And, I sit down and I work in the HR world as well. And I'm sitting down and I'm onboarding him. And I'm like, this is crazy. First of all, he was here, he was born in like 2000 something, which is wild to me. And that he's an employee. And just seeing that full circle is wonderful.
Right.
The rewarding thing, that's kind of my youth, but I mean, the people that come and drink coffee every morning, like they are a part of my family. They want to know, they're always asking to see pictures of my kids, and, they are like a second family,
Bring snacks.
They bring snacks and I bring snacks, it's a two-way street. But just getting to know the people, and you go to the store in Quincy, and there's not a store that I can't go to that I don't run into someone that is a loyal Y member or that have had their kids in sports and they remember you. I was in youth sports for a while, and I would always tell those coaches, like, you never know, this could be the only positive male figure, only positive female figure in, their life. And if it is 45 minutes out of their week, just remember that they're going to remember that. So your story, ties in perfectly for that. She remembered that.
Right.
And you might not remember it as well, but she's going to remember that. And that's so important. Even if it's just a nursery kid, they're going to remember, that you were a positive role model. And I get to do that every day for a job, which is awesome.
Outstanding. Those are perfect answers. Great answers. So I know the Y is constantly evolving, right? And so times and kids and events, some staple things now obviously stay the same. But I know there's some changes you're doing inside the Y. So tell us a little bit about what that, I know there's a big project coming up in the pool area. So tell us about what that's going to entail.
Yeah, so we actually just announced last night, we have known inside the Y for a while. But last night we announced to the public that we've done probably 6 to 8 months worth of research and studies that we're going to continue to do that prepare us to kick off a capital campaign.
Okay.
So with that being said, we will have probably a year's worth of campaigning. So we will kick off a capital campaign in probably the second quarter of 2025.
Okay.
And then that will run probably for a full year. And then we will use those funds to modernize our facility. Our building is over 50 years old. And anything, even as a human, when you're 50 years old, you got to do something.
Wait. Why do we 50? Go on.
So, we just want to be able to modernize and, bring the wellness center upstairs if that's where, that kind of avenue takes us.
Right.
But, our first step is just doing studies and seeing how we should do this, because we only get one chance on a capital campaign, and we want to make sure that we do what the community needs. There's things that we want to do. There's all kinds of things that I want, but is that what the community wants? And is that what the community needs? Because we are a nonprofit, our mission is to, have a healthy community, obviously, and to be able to help kids. And what do the kids need? Because that's what we want to continue to strive for.
Good. So if you had to name one kind of annual event or one thing that the Y really brings, what is your favorite? I know we talked about the golf maybe kind of being your favorite.
Turkey run.
Turkey run, okay, yeah. All right, so tell us about the turkey run. That's
Oh my goodness. My boss is going to be so upset when he hears this. Like, you had to bring turkey run into this. At my house, it's not Thanksgiving Day, it's Turkey Run Day. So I have a 3-year-old daughter that was in my office around January, and we had, I had a turkey run sign. She's like, Mom, the turkey run. And, but it is a big event at our house. So we get to have, between 2,500 and 3,000 people around our facility on a holiday morning. Like, there's not a lot of people that get that luxury. And they, and the Wise brand is right on it. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that event. And it's just so special to us because there's such a long tradition.
Right.
And it's just such a fun day.
And it makes you not feel as bad when you eat your pumpkin pie.
Get the workout early in the morning.
Yeah.
I've participated in that event several times myself. I always look forward to the new design on your logo for your shirts, and I'm sure several have collected that. I'm always interested to see the creativity of some of your participants when they come in.
Dressing up.
The hats, the socks, the whole entire turkey outfit.
I know this sounds awful because, we love everyone that comes to the Y and just in the community, but everyone is so happy that morning. You usually can't find a mad person out there, but everyone is just so happy, and it brings so many outside people into the Y. We have a map on our database that we have. The amount of states that we cover because they're coming to visit their family for Thanksgiving, it is by far, our favorite.
Well, I think that's fitting as we kind of pull back into the parking lot here at the YMCA in Quincy, that is kind of the starting point of that event, and that is always rain or shine. It's an event that goes on, right? Mm-hmm. And cold or warm. And so other than what we finished up with today, is there anything else you ladies would have to say to the Kunes folks? What'd you guys think of the Hyundai Santa Fe? Can we sign one up for you?
It's a nice smooth ride.
When you turn your blinker on, you can see on the outside it was very fancy, but you were talking, I can point that out.
But look at this, where it goes in, like this is your gear shifter.
Gear shifter, yeah.
That's insane.
A lot of technology. Hyundai's done a great job with their technology, and so glad you ladies enjoyed the ride in the new 24 design.
Yeah.
And if there's anything we can do in the future to help you guys at the Y, please reach out to us. But this is Jeff and Lindsay and Kristen, and we're going to wrap up this session of Kunes Car Convos. So we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.